Patriots, they sat and they took Drake. They took your advice and they took Drake.
Take Drake.
Your thoughts?
I thought it was a great pick for the Patriots, despite what that TV hater, Bill Belichick had to say. But this was like,
what did he say? Because I didn't watch it. I was in the car.
Oh,
what did he say? I was on the road. What did he say?
Basically, it's like, hey, his footwork is a mess. There's a lot to clean up here. But I saw Brian Hoyer last night, former Patriot
quarterback. I don't hear nothing from Bill
Texan.
Belichick about. I don't hear never Bill Belichick about evaluating quarterbacks.
Exactly.
You ain't had to do. You picked Tom Brady 199.
Right.
What the
right.
you know?
And that's what Hoyer said last night. So Belichick was going out.
Why it's like rich people telling somebody like, yeah, man, I don't know if you're doing that right. Like, you ain't never had to work. You was born with a silver spoon in your mouth, for crying out loud. You
generational wealth.
20 years.
You just stood there.
You don't know nothing about this struggle of evaluating.
You stood there, was like,
you ain't had to evaluate. You could miss on Rohan Davey and Kevin O'Connell and all the different people he took in the middle rounds that never turned out to be shit. You could pick all those people. Because you had Tom Brady and it never mattered. Then when you had to actually find a quarterback, he's now a backup in Jacksonville. Bill Belichick is the greatest coach of all time. He has forgotten more football in the last 24 hours than I will never, ever know. I respect the hell out of this man. But one area he should not be allowed to discuss is the struggle of developing a quarterback, because you never really had to. Go ahead.
And then beyond that, you talk about evaluating quarterbacks like the Rohan Davies and other quarterbacks that he's taken, including Cliff Kingsbury. He drafted Cliff Kingsbury too in the 6th round. But when he had a chance to evaluate Tom Brady at the end, he messed that up too. You ain't even get that right. Oh, he's done. He wasn't done. Then he goes and wins his 7th Super Bowl.
God.
But it was funny. Belichick was hilarious last night.
Was he good?
No.
He was good on TV?
I mean, it's fine, but I'm saying he's hilarious, wink, wink, hilarious, in a way where he wasn't trying to be funny. Yeah. I just want to say this just parenthetically. He had his Patriots draft needs up there. This fool, who has drafted 2 wide receivers in his entire head coaching career, 2 wide receivers over
in the first round,
several seasons in the first round.
Derek
Alexander and
N'Keal Harry.
Harry.
Yeah. I want to say
He's got quarterback. He's got cornerback. Ain't a receiver to be found. Dude, they averaged 13 points a game last year. The Patriots receivers are so bad that you never hear this. Kendrick Bourne, who we like, a Patriots receiver, is saying, hey, we need Brandon Ayuk.
Recruiting competition, yeah. Right.
Receivers don't say that.
Watch out for KJ Osborne, low key.
Man.
I
like KJ Osborne too. I like him. But no, I think Belichick's talking about Drake Maye. Yeah. But despite that, I think the Patriots needed to do that. You're not going to get Caleb Williams. He's gone. Jaden Daniels falls to you. You got to take him too. It was Jaden Daniels or Drake Maye? You had to take one of those guys. And I think Maye has a lot of things that I like. I keep hearing people talk about his footwork, sure, and his inconsistency and some things that he doesn't have. I like what he does, what he can do. He can sling that thing.
Well, that's the point.
And you know what I like about him? He has a passion to be great. He is passionate about football. He's passionate about learning. He was great last night. Winning a press conference gets you, maybe a cup of coffee. It doesn't really do much for you. But he said the right things last night, talking about working with Jacoby Brissett, who he met through Sam Howell, North Carolina guy in Washington last year.
Yep.
So he gets to sit, and I'd say sit and let him learn. Sit for a year.
Yeah.
Fine. Great pick.
Or when he's ready. Don't rush it. No, I was mostly being facetious about Belichick because I'm just like, dude, you had Tom Brady forever. But we all know that Brady, in many respects, became who he was because of Belichick's tutelage and learning defense from the Belichickian perspective. Having said that, and again, I didn't watch Bill last night, so I don't know. I'm accepting your representation as to what he said. But it kind of like, it irks me a little bit that a coach would talk about things that are coachable and fixable. Like, okay, he's not a finished product. Should he be at 21 years old?
Coach.
Like what rookie? I think he said the other day there were two. He said there were two rookies. I forgot who the second one was that were ready to play day one. One of them was Lawrence Taylor, or maybe that was the only one that was ready to play day one was Lawrence Taylor. It's like he's a rookie. He's raw. It's your job to not to tell us what he can't do, but see what he can do and fix those correctable issues. Have a quarterback coach or a quarterback tutor or an offensive coordinator or a staff that takes the time to fix those issues. Tom Brady was not the Tom Brady that we knew when he came out of college.
Absolutely
Tom Brady
not.
wasn't the Tom Brady that's the greatest of all time 2 years into his career. Tom Brady became this lethal deep ball passer around circa 2002 to and then 3, 4, 5, like 2000, 2001. Tom Brady wasn't slinging that thing like that. He got a stronger arm. Right. He got a stronger arm as time went on.
Even in 2002, where he led the league, imagine these days, he led the league in touchdown passes with 28.
That's 28 touchdown passes.
28 touchdown passes.
14 interceptions, right?
14 picks. That's right. Yeah. But he was not a deep ball guy then. So he learned in that position.
It's amazing the stuff we
remember.
Tom Brady. It's amazing the stuff we remember. Like we omit Michael Jordan losing in the first round 3 straight years, but remember how many touchdowns and interceptions Tom Brady threw in 2002. Like why does that come to mind? Why does that come to mind? Like,
a Michael Jordan, a 37-45 Jordan team losing in the first round doesn't count. But a Michael Jordan team that had
kept score.
45 to 50 wins, never lost. They never lost in the first round. But I mentioned Brian Hoyer last night. This is a line he had when he was talking about when he heard Belichick say that about quarterbacks, and Hoyer was like, "That don't mean nothing. Belichick thinks everybody sucks. He thinks all quarterbacks suck." And he thought that about Brady. Like all his lines about Brady, I could get this from Johnny effing Foxborough. You mean to tell me, Brady, you can't make that throw? So he's just a hater anyway when it comes to quarterback. But the Patriots, I think they had a really good night last night. And I think, to your point about the draft, it just doesn't stop after round one. They are in a great position because they do need some wide receiver help. They're in a great position tonight because I see a lot of good receivers on the board who could really help them.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget, you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.